Hello everyone. This is the video lecture for pre-calculus. We're doing section 6.4 today, sum and product. And I'm looking ahead and I think that it's kind of a smaller section, honestly, which is nice. Once in a while you get that, I guess. So there's formulas, the sum and product formulas on the unit circle page. I'll remind you of those formulas, but definitely have them out. As I've been saying with pretty much all of these videos, I'm assuming that you have these things on hand. Otherwise, it's pretty tough to do any of this. And writing up everything every time is just, it would be not worth your time. Okay, so this is the question, and we need to find a formula for it. And so here's your formula for this one. I got sine of u times, that's a time sign, sine of v, it's a terrible time sign, is equal to 1/2 times the cosine of u minus v minus the cosine of u plus v. Okay, close enough, close enough. I need to write bigger, I think. Anyways, so there's your formula for this one, and so I'm going to just pop them in and get an answer, I guess. So 1/2, we've got the cosine of 6x minus 2x minus the cosine of 6x plus 2x. We got 1/2 times the cosine of 4x minus the cosine of 8x. No way my math lab wants it like that. Distribute the 1/2. Of course. Of course they want that. Okay, there you go. There's your answer. I'm serious. That's it. Oh. As I keep going here, I gotta say, I do not memorize these formulas. They're just not on my list of memorizing. I've memorized a lot. I've never memorized these. I kind of see a form. I kind of remember a couple things. But by far, I don't remember all these formulas. There's a ton of them. Okay, so here's your formula for this one. Of course, we got sine of u plus sine of v is equal to 2 times the sine of u plus v all over 2 times the cosine of u minus v all over 2. I'm sure there's a pattern with this stuff, but I'm telling you, there's so many variations, it doesn't make sense in my mind to try to memorize them. So we got a 2x plus a 4x all over 2. And then we have a 2x minus a 4x all over 2. And of course, here we have a 6. Divided by 2 is going to be a 3. And on this side, we have a negative 2, and a 2 makes a negative x. So 2's cancel, essentially. Well, this cosine is an even function, so that means you could take the negative and make it disappear, honestly. The sine, if you have a negative, you pull it out to the front. Well, the cosine, it just disappears. And so your answer is this guy, and you're done. That's it. That's the end of that problem. Okay. Yeah, I just have that in my notes. Just remove the minus sign. Okay. Another one. I've got the sine of 7 pi over 12 minus the sine of 11 pi over 12. I feel like they're really hitting up these signs. So, you know what's funny is that this is kind of similar to the last problem, but because there's a minus sign, everything changes. So sine of u minus sine of v is equal to 2 times, oh, I've seen this, cosine. No, I haven't seen this. I'm telling you, there's so many variations of these things. And they're important. I mean, just because there's a lot of them doesn't mean they're unimportant, but they're kind of task specific. You ever have that one, I don't know, kitchen tool, that kitchen item where like you only use it once, but like you really want to use it that one time? All over too. Yeah, it's like this stuff here. I'm trying to think of one thing I would do and use that. Hmm. I don't know. Like kind of like those apple splitters. You know, kind of like you push down on it, it like removes the core and it kind of slices the apple already for you. Like you can't do that on anything else. It's just for apples. So unless you're like super Apple fan, it just you use it once or twice and that's about it. I don't know. That's just maybe you really like slicing apples like that. I don't know. I don't. So I just use a regular knife. Um anyways, so yeah, that's what I feel like these things are. So I put everything in the way it should, right? Did I do it? Oh no, there's a plus and that's a minus. Oops. I was too focused on kitchen specifics. Anyways, so I got 7 plus 11 is gonna make an 18. Okay, I'm still doing this. I guess a kind of little bit by hand, kind of. You could just probably pop this into the calculator and get some answers real quick. Like, of course, you'd be removing the pi, uh, but here we go. So 18 divided by 12. You know, what if I do the 2 and the 12 makes a 24? The 2 and the 18 are going to cancel. So this will be a 9. I think it just goes away. And this here is a 2, and that just goes away. And so I have 9 over 12 is 3 pi over 4. And then I guess 2 pi over 12, that's going to be a negative pi over 6. Is that what I got on my notes? Yep. Okay. Cool. Oh my goodness. This one's a weird problem. Okay, well, let me keep going for just a second. Pull out the minus sign because that's an odd function, so you could do that. So negative 2 cosine 3 pi over 4 sine of the pi over 6. I actually have this boxed in. There we go. I have this boxed in. But I also have another thing boxed in. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird setup here. I can't remember what I did wrong or right or who knows. But anyways, I have that boxed in and I have something else here. I want to simplify this. So it's maybe like a part A, part B, maybe. I don't know. What is the cosine of 3 pi over 4? So going back to the unit circle, 3 pi over 4 is over here. My cosine is the x value, so that's going to be a negative square root 2 over 2. And then my sine at pi over 6 is 30 degrees. My y value is only going to be a half. It's positive. Cool. 2 negatives make a positive. This 2 and that 2 can cancel. This minus sign and this minus sign cancels. I got 2 square root 2, positive, and we're done. There's my final answer. Yay. Okay. I don't know. It's fine. Just another problem. So I've got sine of 4x minus sine of 8x divided by cosine of 4x minus cosine of 8x. All right, now pause for a second. This is not like tangent minus tangent or something like that. No. Okay? We're going to have to do a lot of work to simplify this thing. But this one's one of those weird identities where they're saying, hey, we want to simplify it, but I want to simplify it down to a cotangent. Of all things, very weird. So, again, how do we do this? Well, each one of these is going to be a separate formula, And we have to just do that. So here we go. So the top one is 2 cosine of the 4x plus the 8x all over 2. And then I have a sine of the 4x minus the 8x all over 2. That's in the top. In the bottom, I've got negative 2 sine of the 4x plus the 8x all over 2. And then we have a sine of the 4x minus the 8x all over 2. Well, of course. Look right here. These guys right here are actually the same thing, so they cancel. The 2's can cancel. That minus sign is still in the front. And so what I have here is 4 plus 8 is 12 over 2 is 6. So I've got a 6x. And then down here, I have the same thing, actually. 6x. Oh, there it is. Cosine over sine is cotangent of the 6x. Congratulations. We did it. Verified. I don't know, man. 6, 4, 27. I've got sine of x plus sine of y all over sine of x minus sine of y is equal to, they say it's equal to tangent of x plus y all over 2 times cotangent of x minus y all over 2. Okay, that's a weird y. Let me try to fix that. I need to write bigger. That's just essentially the thing. I need to write bigger. Okay, what? Again, we're trying to prove this identity, so in the top, I'm just going to use the top here. Here's your formula. 2 sine of x plus y all over 2 cosine of the x minus y all over 2 all over 2 cosine of the x plus y all over 2. Surely you think that some of this is a little on the silly side, right? I mean, come on. It just keeps going. We're actually done here. It's really simple. The 2's cancel, but I want you to notice something. Look right here, and then look right here. See how they have the same insides right there? So what I have is a sine over cosine, which makes a tangent, okay, of whatever that inside is. And then here, I've got cosine over sine makes a cotangent. Neat. There's your answer, verified. One last question. This is a GeoGebra question. So, GeoGebra number 10. Okay, so it says I got 1/2 of sine of alpha plus beta. Try to make that look a little bit better. Got to use some Greek letters, right? Yeah, Greek letters. And then plus sine of alpha minus beta. And it says it's equal to square root 3 over 2. And they say, well, what's alpha and what's beta? Okay, cool. This is odd. So I need to figure this thing out. This is actually a formula. If you go back to the formulas, you go this way on it, basically. And it's really a simple one. It's sine of alpha times the cosine of beta, straight up. And so this is equal to the square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so there's a lot of options here that we can accomplish this thing. And I'm just going to be something silly for a second. Let's just say this guy, I'm going to want him to equal the square root of 3 over 2. Okay? But I want this one here to equal 1. So I have square root of 3 over 2 times 1 is equal to square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So that's what I want. So where on the unit circle am I going to have a a sine value that's square root 3 over 2 is right here at 60 degrees. Okay, so there's one. Where do I have a cosine and x value equal to 1? It's right over here at 0 degrees. And so my answers for alpha is 60 degrees, and my beta is 0 degrees. But you know how they're going to want radians, right? So this is pi over 3, and this is just 0. And there you go. I know. There's so many options, guys. I just chose just the easiest thing I can think of. All right. That's actually the end of that section. So that's all I got. Thank you very much. Have a great day.